wanted to give some folks some thoughts about this new bag I got from AliExpress. It's the 3F UL Gear backpack, and got it a few weeks ago, put some miles behind it. Wanted to talk a little bit about it for anybody who's looking for information on it. And first off, I'll start with the bag fits pretty good. I'm 5'10" and a half, and fits me pretty well from my hip up to my shoulders. It has fairly decent shoulder pads, shoulder straps. It has ample webbing for all of these things. I have a 34-inch waist, and I have it cinched up just about as far as it'll go. There's about a 3.5–4 inch space between the pads. It is a side pull type belt buckle with a center release. Has a decent sternum strap that has lots of travel depending on how high you want it and how large your chest is. The load lifter straps, they're pretty long, and they have these thumb loops so you can really cinch it down, but I find these a bit long also. Same with the straps for the waist belt. And my intention is to cut these back a little bit because I don't really need this much here or here. Now the shoulder straps, I think I like the length of those. Okay, turn around here. It's easy to reach the side pockets. A little bit tough if you're not limber enough to pull something out of the side pocket. It has cord locks with shock cord on those pockets, and I'll show you something about those here in a moment. Decent size hip belt pockets. I'm able to carry a cell phone, some straps on this side, headlamp. That's my sunglasses on this side. It has ample room, as you can see, to put other items. It has shock cord with cord locks to hold water bottles on either side. I have added a whistle to this one since it did not have one on the sternum strap. Okay, talk a little bit about how this bag's made. I've made only a couple of modifications to it so far, with a lot more planned to better fit my needs. And the first one, this bag used to have a length of orange shock cord crisscrossed along this back panel covering the stretchy mesh. And what I've done is added some buckles so that way I can quickly loosen this up to get to whatever I need to. But ample room for more items. Okay. It has shock cords here on either side to attach ice axe or hiking sticks. The side pockets, I have a, what size is this? A 1.5 liter bottle in it, and lots of room. You could even add another, maybe 1 liter size, or even Gatorade bottle. Now, one thing I mentioned that I changed is the way that the shock cord fits through this cord lock. When it comes from the factory, and I will try to get a closer shot, it is simply fed through the cord lock with the other side of the cord lock attached to the pack with a length of hollow tube webbing. And the problem with that is when you cinch it down tight, it is way too easy to loosen. It has no friction rubbing up against that length of webbing that's runs through the same channel that the cord lock has for the shock cord. So what I've done differently is I have fed it through that piece of webbing, and it gives it much more bite. If you happen to get this pack, make that quick adjustment. On the back of it, it has a place to add your, like a foam pad, a sit pad is what I have. The nice thing about this setup is it has, and if you can see, and I'll try to get a closer shot of this, the way that this is made is this is not permanently stitched. You can remove this entirely. So once I remove the buckle on the other side, this piece of webbing can be fed out this ladder lock, and this can be gone if you happen to not need the straps to hold a pad in if you put the pad on the inside of your bag. The hip belt, about 1 inch of padding, mesh on the outside. It has a piece of plastic on the inside, but it's fairly rigid. In fact, this particular company sells a pouch that hooks onto the shoulder strap. That way you can have a bag for whatever you want to put in it. It has compression straps on the side here. Does not have one any further down. Alright, time to open it up. Now this is a roll top bag. It has a very nice top strap, 2 buckles on the side. Now what I've done with this pack to help with the way it carries, let's remove some of these, is that on the inside I have added a piece of corrugated plastic. And it's simply like a piece of real estate sign or some kind of other yard sign that you can get. This one actually was a piece of advertising from my work that I just cut to size, rounded off the edges, and put in there so it acts like a frame sheet. Now the stitching on it, and I'll show an up close of that, is very good. Very well stitched at every point. The material is not seam sealed. Could use some of that. It is coated on the back on the part that's closest to the body, but it's not coated fabric on the outside. It's just very tough ripstop. Later on, I'll turn this bag inside out and show you what attachment points and straps are available on the inside. As I was mentioning before, design of this bag is pretty good. It mimics the ULA circuit, but this is not a lightweight bag. It weighs about 2.5 pounds, and this is 50 liters with the expansion here, side pockets. It pretty good material. I think it's pretty stout. Could be off trail in this without risk of it getting all torn to shreds. The areas that are exposed to the most friction are this black material, bottom and the sides of the pockets and the back, and then the rest of the bag is this beautiful gray material with white and blue and black pinstriping. Don't like the orange. I wish they had picked a different color for that, but that is all right. 3F UL gear backpack, 50 liter. It's a nice bag. 50 bucks, what I paid for it. I got it $50 with a 20% off, so that pretty much covered the shipping. Took about a month to get to me, and I like it. I really do.